Okay, now let's now look at the practical part for this class. Now let me start with adding a new row. Now if you check it, it's not advisable you always have your text without having a heading. It's not advisable. There's a need for you to have a heading so that you know what record is this for. So I'm clicking at this first one here. Like I said, when you click and you say insert, you'll be able to say insert row. Then you have a new row at the top. Now, when you are done with that, now look at the range. The range of these cells here is the range of the table that I have here ranges from A1 here to M1. So I will select the whole of this. Then I'll click on what? Merge and center. Please, you can also select any other options that you are comfortable with here, but I'm okay with merge and center. Then I will type the name of the company. So please, I'm going to add a terabyte. Payroll. All right, now if you want to break the line of these texts to come down, maybe you want to write the address, you want to break the line, just make sure you hit your alternate, enter, then you have that, then you cannot type the address. All right, now you can see that we are not seeing some other part of this text. Yes, so you can drag this part down, just drag this, move here and drag down. Please make sure you are in between the row that we have here, so you can see this, so you can have this particular one. Now the next thing is, how do you, now if you look at this, all these texts are not visible. You can equally drag this way, but if you drag this way, trust me, you don't want the text this way. Maybe you don't want, but you want to wrap the text. Click on this and say wrap text. Now when you wrap the text, just drag this back a little bit and you find out that the text has been wrapped. So you can drag this down a little bit. You have this. You can click on this wrap text. You see? Click on this wrap text. You see that? If you are not seeing any part very well, just drag this down so you can see the whole part perfectly well. I think this is okay. So you can select the whole of this way and say wrap text, and you have the whole of this in this form. All right, now if you want to add a new column, now like I said, a new column will be added to the left. So if I click here now and I want to add a column before total allowance, I will have to go to insert. I will say insert sheet column. Can you see that to the left? If I don't want this column, click on this and say delete what? Sheet column. And you have this. Okay, now let's quickly perform simple calculations when it comes to what I have here. Well, now what I have here is on payroll, and we have two types of payroll. It's either you are working on payroll for salary or you are working on payroll for wages. So here I will be saying equal what I have here for the allowance, multiply it by 5%, enter key. Do the same for this, equal what you have in this cell, multiply it by what? 5%. Based on what I stated there, same equal what I have here, multiply it by 3%. Then I'm doing for tax. Tax are deductions. So I will also do the same calculation for this and multiply by 5%. Then dues equal what I have as the basic salary, multiply by 2%, enter. Okay, now that I've done this, what will be your total allowance? Your total allowance is going to be the whole allowances that you have, which is going to be equal sum. Open your bracket, you can click from here and drag to this point here. Close the bracket and strike enter key. These are your total allowance. For your total deduction, equal sum, open your bracket, select these two cells here, these are your deductions. Close the bracket and strike enter key. Now, what will be your gross pay? Your gross pay is your total, your basic salary plus your total allowance. There you come and say equal your basic salary, which is sum, your basic salary, which is this, comma, you remember the union cell referencing, Then you come and say total allowance, close the bracket and strike enter key, and you have this. Now for your net pay is the subtraction between the gross pay and your total deduction. This which is going to be equal what you have here minus what you have here for your total deduction, and you're going to have this. So this is the take home for this person. Now I said something that looking at these grid lines that you have here, that these grid lines are not actually active or will not appear when you print your work. So look at it from print preview. Can you see that the grid lines are not showing? You see, so for you to make the grid lines to show, select the whole of this, go to your alignment launcher here, or you can go to your the other one that I have close to you. Just select outline and inline, say okay, then you have this. All right, now I don't have a phone, I don't have a currency on this. You can select the whole of this and apply your currency. You can also click on number launcher here, currency, and select any of the currency symbol that I have here. Then I'll say okay, and I have the currency symbol taking effect here. All right, so you can do the same for everything that I have here. Currency, just select the right option there. Say okay, because I already have that. Now, the next thing is to shrink text. How do you shrink text? When you click on this text now, probably the text is of this form. When I drag, you see, I cannot see some parts. I want to shrink the text. Click on this cell, go to your number launcher here, and you see the name here, alignment. You see the name, shrink text, shrink to fit. Click on OK. Automatically, you see the text has now been shrinked. Now, looking at this particular one here, the text here, if you want to change the orientation of the text that I have here, you can select the whole text. Go here. This is the text orientation. Now, on the text orientation, you can what? Move this way and click on what? OK. And you have the text orientation changed. If you are not seeing this part, you can do what? Wrap the text. Don't forget, you can wrap the text where you can see both sides. Now, for the phone number, now if I type here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think so. Now, you see, you are not seeing the first number, which shouldn't be. How do you change that? Click on this text here to apply phone number. Go back to your format, which is under your number here. Now I am clicking on let me click on let me click on number here. I think custom. Let me click on custom. Now my concern is to select this. Then I will specify 11 zeros. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Automatically you see that the sample here changed. Then you can click on what? Okay, and you see, you cannot see some of the text here. Yes, just move your mouse in between this column here and drag forward, and you have that. Thank you for your time.